What's good, YouTube? It's Alert Gaming coming at y'all with some more NBA 2K20 news. If you already did not know, a couple days ago was the 2K20 community event. If you don't know what's a community event, that's where all the content creators for 2K go. The same with celebrities, they get to preview the game. That's where all this great news is coming from. If you enjoy this type of content and the gameplay, make sure to smash that like button and help me get to 30 subscribers. Also, let's get the video to 25 likes. I know you guys can do it, and without further ado, we're gonna get straight to the news. For our first tweet of the day, Nick says, for shooters there's a new badge called Flexible Release, which reduces the penalty suffered for mid-time jump shot releases. That means for people who release their jump shot half release, this badge is gonna be helping you and making your jump shot look like as if it's gonna go in. And then he continues with and then there's another badge called Green Machine and Steady Shooter. I'm curious about Green Machine and Steady Shooter. Do they go hand in hand? Let's say, for example, you make two greens back to back. Does it activate both of the badges, or does it only activate one? But this is very interesting for shooters and stretch fours. If you know your jump shot, it sounds like it's gonna be butter, to be honest. From 2K20 leaks, he says corner specialist, difficult shots, pick and pop, drop stepper, and acrobatic will all be returning in 2K20. Mike Wing also goes in more in depth for acrobatic. He says acrobatic is still in. It boosts your ability to make jelly layups, change shots in midair. New badge. Fancy Footwork. It's like the old Euro stepper badge. It helps you beat defenders on the floor. Euro, cradle, hop, spin, half spin, gathers. It's gonna help you make all those shots. So it sounds, for acrobatic, we're gonna get a new badge called Fancy Footwork. So for pure shot creators, it sounds, for pure shot creators, I'm saying this right now, pure shot creators and lockdowns are probably gonna be one of the best builds, because pure shot creators and shot creators have not been touched, and they just got a new badge, Fancy Footwork, which is gonna allow us to be more crispy and clean. As you can see in the gameplay, I use the acrobatic, but I don't got that Fancy Footwork. Bear Russ says, is Team Takeover still here? I know it's kind of underused, but it's still a nice overall team boost that had high skill, high reward if pulled off. I like to agree with him, because the Team Takeover badge was actually pretty useful, but it was very risky, because if one thing went wrong, that would mean you lost your whole takeover. So yeah, he's right about it. It's a very high risk, high reward. I do like it, and Mike responded with yes, so it's officially confirmed that Team Takeover is gonna be in 2K20. I actually like that, because for my career, for all you my career people, you can rejoice, because now once you get that Team Takeover, you can go crazy. For you my park people, I'm one of those. I like the Team Takeover badge. When you're playing with your homies and you get that badge, if you pull it off correctly, you can go crazy. You can make some insane plays. Hollywood says every single build can get post spin technician. Post badges are not OP. That is the surprise, because it sounds like they're nerfing post scorers already. If every build could get post scorers, that means they nerfed it, the post spin. I'm hoping they nerfed the Hell 2 cheese, because that took no skills. I hope they nerf that. But that sounds very interesting. If you're post scorer, just you can hold your breath, hoping they did not nerf post scores, because post scores were not that OP, except the post scoring badge. The post scoring takeover badge was ridiculous. It did not matter who you were, you could not stop a post score. They just push you out the way. I get that that's takeover badge, but if they just timmed it down, post score has actually been balanced. But that's just what it is. TJack says blow-bys are really in 2K20. Let's pray they fix this before launch. Are you serious, 2K? That's one of your main problems we have asked guys to fix. You have had this problems for how many 2Ks now, and you have not fixed it. All we can hope that they fix it before launch, because blow-bys, it was a huge problem for 2K18 and 2K19. blow by should not be a go-to move. That should be something that it should not be ridiculously overpowered. I'm not saying that you should remove blow bys from the game, but tone them down to the point where it's not a go-to move. It's something you just use when you're like in trouble and you don't want to just keep spamming it. NWA asks Mike, is there a badge that makes it harder for the bar to get stolen for you? Mike responds with Unfuckable. That's the badge that you can get to stop people from robbing the bar from you. I'm curious, the main question about this badge is like, who can get this badge? Like what height? Like what position do you have to be in order to get this badge? Is it point guards who got this badge? Or like can any class and any archetype get this badge? If it's only point guards and small forwards who can only get this badge, you're gonna see a lot of more small forwards and point guards being created. And we're gonna also see a lot of more lockdowns, a lot of more skilled lockdowns. People are not just gonna be pressing X in order just to steal the ball. This is gonna allow you to actually have skills when you trying to steal the ball, so you don't just spam X. I hope they nerf the steals when you press X, you actually have to time it and have some skills towards it. Davis says guards are significantly faster than centers in one-on-one matchups. And then Joe's note said, as it should be. I completely agree with this because in previous 2Ks, like a center could race and outspeed a point guard, which is very unrealistic. It's like Curry and Draymond. Draymond are racing Curry. I'm not saying that's impossible, but like Curry, it's a lot faster. Like your D-Rose, all these fast players, all these point guards and small forwards should be a lot faster than centers. I completely agree with this. This is gonna put like the 2K gameplay into a better state where the point guards are gonna have a speed difference. The speed difference is actually gonna matter. And for our last tweet of the day, Juice says, I don't know if I can say complete details, but you can no longer be finessed when making your player. Like you can test your player at any overall before confirming them. This is actually some great news because in previous 2Ks you're limited to only one build unless you messed around with the system and found another way. But in this demo you're actually able to create different builds and allow yourself to try them out at any overall. For example, if I make a pure shot creator, I can try them out at a 99 overall or a 91 overall. It's really up to you, but the rep system app is not being confirmed, so I don't want you taking my word for this. But this is actually some great news from 2K because this is gonna allow us to make different builds before even the game comes. So you want to keep a clear mind when making a build. You don't want to copy your friends. You want to try to have that OG build. That's what you want to have before the game comes. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new to the video, to my channel, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned so you don't miss a single video. As all the news for 2K comes, I'm gonna be making sure to get you guys to stay tuned so you don't miss a single thing. Also make sure to check out the link in the description so you follow my Twitter. That's where I release the news before I even release. If you want to be the first to know all of my videos, make sure you follow me on my Twitter, and also make sure to enjoy the rest of the video and also have a beautiful day. Get off my call.